Turn the hat off this time. Alrighty. We are leaving Sri Lanka today. Let's just get ourselves comfortable here. Got my tea. There she is. The gorgeous diamond DA62, baby. If anyone would like to tell me what the tail name is or means, you're welcome. A little bit of a breeze today. Not much though. Sri Lanka's giving us some beautiful weather to leave on. It's been always thunderstorming whenever we've started here. And it is a notoriously rainy, stormy place. You can feel the humidity in the air. Oh, Tepo's still on the plane. I actually took him out for this flight. I thought anyway, yeah. But I didn't press load aircraft. Sorry, Tepo. It's just us today. I've got my 7 kilos of baggage. That's me. Half a tank of fuel, which will be more than enough. And yeah, today's journey, Victor Charlie Charlie Juliet, runway 23. So we are leaving. Oh, hang on, let's use our handy dandy flight planner that Rusty P made for us. Check out Rusty P. He's joining us, well, not joining us, so we've actually, if you were following before, here's our whole journey so far. So we started in New Zealand. We actually didn't stream everything. I'm considering starting the whole thing again and doing a weekly live, and I might start again from New Zealand and actually start giving some like information about each leg, because most of this flight so far has just been like, how far can the plane fly, and like where's the nearest next bit of land. A lot of it was at night. It was just the fun of sort of doing the flight and getting around the world, but now I'm starting to feel like there's a few places I'd like to visit that, you know, we should probably target, like spend a bit more time thinking about where we're going and target nice airports. But anyway, so Rusty, we left, the last time we were together, we did Malaysia, did Thailand, this, yeah, last time we were together was Myanmar, and then he headed north towards Kathmandu and sort of into the mountains. There's a name, everyone will know the runway I'm referring to, that he wanted to land on, and there's a good, go and watch his video to see his successful landing there. So yeah, and I decided because Mr. Don lives in Sri Lanka, we would head to Sri Lanka and say hello. So currently Rusty is somewhere, I'm not sure, I think he's like, I don't know, somewhere around here, Turkey, Ukraine, in this region, the Stans. He's somewhere hanging out with Stan somewhere. So I'm going to work my way around India. Again, no, not too much consideration into Kochi. This is the spot we chose to fly to today. We're leaving from Jaffna in Sri Lanka. And we just did that. We flew up north with Mr. Don in the plane. We tried anyway. So today we're going to shoot a short little leg across the oceanic depths. I'm sure it's not that deep. Hopefully the views will be pretty good. I'm probably only going to stay at about 8,000 feet. Or possibly lower, because when we came down low along here it was really nice, and the weather's quite nice today. Oh yeah, and then obviously we'll continue right across India, well the Cape, I guess. And yeah, we're flying to Kochi. Know nothing about the place. It looked quite populated, and this area looked kind of like a cool place to land, so let's go see what it looks like. On our flight time here, we've got, which is the one I want. It's probably a reasonable TAS, so yeah, just over an hour. And I think that's enough waffling. Let's jump in our beautiful bird. Carry popped pizza, it's off. Let's get the engine covers. Wheel covers. Well, not wheel covers, stocks. What are these called again? Stop you rolling. And then this one, I also can't remember the name of this. But previously left it on. Alrighty. Okie dokie. I think... Ooh. This is gonna fail. Oh no, we good. Okay, let's just get everything into the right position here. And batteries. Alternators. Give that a few seconds just to power on up. I don't really know why the fuel is always on already when we're in the plane, but we can always check it just to make sure. Whoopsie. Make sure my trim's in takeoff. Okay. Parking brakes on. Got some of these switches on our little Logitech board, and some we don't. And because it's a dual engine, the Logitech's only got one engine start. So, oh, sorry. Fuel pumps. Master. I also think you're supposed to turn on our position lights. That's our strobe. Oh no, we're supposed to put the strobe on. Whatever, we'll put both of them on. And our taxi. Okay. Left engine starts. Oopsie daisy, we're on full throttle. It's my bad. I probably should have noticed that when I looked down and couldn't see my parking brake. Okay, at least the parking brake was on. Quickly brighten that up a little bit so we can see what's going on. Yeah, engine 2 start up. Beautiful. Alrighty. So it's on. AV master on. Connect our GPS. And I think that's just about everything ready. Set up our flight plan. So I think we'll set 5,000 to start. That's 8. Whoops. 5,000 feet. OVS on. That is up to about 1,000 feet per minute, and see if taxi will let us out. I never actually know which to do. We are departing in this case straight out, but I'm not sure.
Ground. Pulse Fox Foxtrot.
Oh, the spirit of Tsepo.
709er. Request taxi for takeoff. Departing straight out.
Pulse Foxtrot, Uniform Foxtrot 709er. Taxi to and hold short of runway 23 using taxiway cross runway 23. Contact tower on 118.8 when ready.
Thank you, darling.
Taxiing. Hold short runway 23 via taxiway cross runway 23. Pose Fox Foxtrot Uniform Foxtrot 709er.
Alrighty, parking brake. So look, which way are we going now? Says our taxi, the hold short should just be just around there. Let's give it a little bit of juice. And ease that back a little bit. Ooh, turn. There we go. Got it back under control. Totally meant to do that. Take the wide angle. Alrighty. I'm not exactly following the yellow line. Okay, we could probably take off from here, but I might just taxi down to the end of the runway anyway. Well, not from here, obviously, but we're sort of smack in the middle of the runway, so I don't think that would be... No, we'll use a little bit more. Have a nice slow takeoff. Do you guys use flaps on takeoff? I suppose it depends on the plane, obviously. The wind direction. I do just by default, though. Okay, request takeoff VFR.
Tower, pose FOS Foxtrot uniform Foxtrot 709er at runway 2 tree ready for departure. Departing straight out.
Pose FOS Foxtrot uniform Foxtrot 709er. QNH 1007 departing straight out approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 23.
Thank you. Let's give
Cleared
it.
for
There we
takeoff
go.
runway 23. Pose FOS Foxtrot uniform Foxtrot 709er.
Okay. We are ready for takeoff. No one in sight in either direction. Pretty sure we actually got our clearance this time. It's a little bit too much power. Let's head down the runway. Goodbye, Sri Lanka. Thank you for having us. Thank you, Mr. Dunn, for joining us on the last flight and, or attempting to. We'll try again, maybe on the once we've come back round in a few months or years' time. So yeah, the plan's to kind of carry on along the coastline of India now. We're heading towards Africa. I'm originally from South Africa, so that's the end goal. I guess me and my brother, who's Rusty P, the other pilot, had a goal years ago to get a yacht and sail from New Zealand. Well, I guess back to South Africa was the goal, and we came close. We nearly bought it, but it never happened, and then life happened, and so I guess this is our attempt. Well, one of them, because it's not, we can still get the yacht one day. But until then, we're at least somewhat planning the route from the air. And to be fair, if anything, maybe screw the yacht, we'll actually do this in real life one day. Okay, let's get us lined up, a little bit more juice. Okay, I don't think we need to make any more announcements. Power up a little bit. Okay. Try and keep her on the center line. $70, $80 knots. 90 knots. That's usually a good V1. There we go. Gear up. Oh, beautiful takeoff. Flaps up. Get a slightly better view. Oopsie. What a beautiful day in Sri Lanka. I didn't actually check the time. Let's have a quick look. Well, we'll get autopilot on and then we'll have a look. I'm so jealous of the heat. It's never very warm in New Zealand, even in summer. I mean, we get warm days, maybe a warm week, but it's still warm or humid, and you can burn in the sun, but it's not necessarily hot very often. We don't seem to have a flight plan on our map over here. I was going to get the autopilot on before I... Oh, whoops, we've also gone off. We've gone past a bit there. We don't seem to have anything... let's just confirm. Oh, there we go. Thank you, Spirit of Tipple.
Foxtrot 709er. Frequency change.
I don't know why we don't have a route in. GPS is on. I can see the pink. Maybe it's just because we haven't selected nav. Or we zoomed. No, we don't have a route. Is it not on? Gotta pay a little bit of attention to where we're going. Map options. I've never had this problem before. Not on this monitor. I have it on the EFB all the time, where it just disappears. But we've got an arrow. What's going to happen if we hit nav? Nothing's happening. Let's try... Okay, hold up. Let's get... Where's our heading select? Okay, well, we've got a pink line straight ahead of us, so the route seems to be wanting to guide us there. And if we look... Oh, okay, no. It's not. Let's take a left and get onto the EFB route. Which is sort of west. About 200. Where does it actually say there? 287, 200. Oh no, a little bit more to this. So it's pretty much directly west towards India. Okay, I just want to have an idea of my bearings so that while I'm not paying. Let's pop our heading select on directly west. Heading, okay, heading's on, BS is on, autopilot. Whoa, that's a little bit of a jump. Okay. Again, every single time. Let's turn off the taxi lights, turn on the landing lights, turn them back off. I forget every time. I always remember to put them on when we land. I guess they're landing lights, not takeoff lights, although I am supposed to have them on. Look at that. Okay, well, anyway, well this is working, so we know where we're going, mostly. let's, it's very possible that I just forgot to send to avionics. Which is probably, yep, that's all it was. Okay, so just had a bit of a panic there. So now if we hit nav, get it all on screen. There we go. So now we've got GPS queued, and now let's just tip, because according to this route we're a little bit to the right. I mean, we're to the left. So let's just move our heading select over. We'll engage navigation shortly. Oh, over the ocean. What a beautiful takeoff. I did set our altitude, right? Yeah, we've leveled off at 5,000. Pull back the powers.
Is type diamond DA62. 6 miles northeast of Victor Charlie 18 Echo. 5,000. Request flight following.
Thank you, Spirit of Tipple.
Post Fox Foxtrot Uniform Foxtrot 709er, Chennai Center. Squawk 4737.
Yeah, that's a cool bridge. Yeah.
Post Fox Foxtrot Uniform Foxtrot 709er.
That's an epic bridge. You might have to
Post Fox Foxtrot Uniform
research
Foxtrot
that.
709er. Radar contact 5 miles northeast of Victor Charlie 18 Echo. 4800. QNH 1007.
Crazy.
Roger. Post Fox Foxtrot Uniform Foxtrot 709er.
Please go onto my other screen. Why does it always do this to me?
Post Fox Foxtrot
It just
Uniform
disappears.
Foxtrot 709er contact. Tremendous.
I don't know where it's gone.
5.95. Good day.
And the little reset. Oh yeah, it's not in this one.
Post Fox Foxtrot Uniform Foxtrot 709er. Trivandrum Center. Post Fox Foxtrot Uniform Foxtrot 709er. 5,000.
There we go.
Post Fox Foxtrot Uniform Foxtrot 709er. Trivandrum Center. QNH 1007. Radar contact. Continue.
Oops. A little bit fast. Let's slow that down a bit. Okay, we're on track. Alrighty, so we can relax for a little bit. We're just going to be over the ocean, I'd say for probably about 15 minutes. And then we'll be starting to get India in sight. Well, probably in, yeah, I'm guessing about 15 minutes. So I might go and top up my tea. And I will be back in about 3 to 5 minutes. I'll put some tunes on. Let me know if you enjoy the tunes or if you prefer just the sound of the plane. But in this instance, I'll just pop on some tunes. back. How are we looking? Just on this one, actually. Let's break that. Ooh, it's getting a little bit murky and misty. It's probably super humid. I don't know what the seasons, but I think India's kind of a little bit like Sri Lanka. They don't really have a winter. They have a less hot and then a severely hot season. That's about it. Or like a rainy season. It's gonna have to put. Meanwhile, here in New Zealand, I'm just gonna put the heater on and I hope it doesn't get picked up too much by the mic, if at all. But it is freezing here. Oh, is that India already? Oh, there we go. Oh, sweet as. So we've made it to land. Look on that plan here. It's not going to be a particularly long flight. Okay, still got a while to go though. But yeah, oh, we haven't made it to land, but we've got land in sight. It's a bit more cloudy than I thought. We could go a little bit lower. But we'll hang out here for a little while and see what's what. Oh, that's cool. Got land in sight. Boosting. We need to strain the little girl. It's a short leg. Now know she's got a range of about, well, again it says on paper 1200, but we know she can do at least 1000 comfortably with the headwind, because we had a headwind most of our flight on its long leg on the way to Sri Lanka. So there'll definitely be a few more of those in the future. But that was an endurance match, 6.5 hours. looks a little bit less tropical, quite dry, hot. To come over land. Super close. Touchdown. We're officially in India. All over it. Bumpy. Tailwind direction again, we got a headwind. Only 6 knots. Cross headwind. Very flat. I wonder if there are any mountains. I'm trying to think. My geography's not great. I suppose that's part of why this is a cool thing to do. Learning a little bit about the world. And if that's the Ganges River, one of the few, or only things I know. Well, not only things, but one of the few things I know about India. So that could be a tributary of it anyway. Although we've literally just got over the land and it's not a very significant river if we're looking on the map. So you never know. You can almost see... Oh yeah, I think we can see the coastline for the other side on the horizon. Must be about halfway at least. Oh no, still a while to go. That's probably actually not the coastline we're seeing then. Oh, it looks like a little bit of elevation. Some hills over there. Possibly even mountains. Window's starting to build up a little bit of dirt. Good evening, Lanolin.
Hey, good evening.
What time is it in... well, what time is it in India? That's quite vague, I guess.
The current time in India is 14:51.
So, 9 minutes to 3. In Jaffna, specifically? Does India have different time zones?
Good catch. India actually has just one time zone across the whole country, which is Indian Standard Time, IST, and it's 5 hours and 30 minutes ahead of UTC. So if it's 14:51 IST now, then yes, it's 9 minutes to 3 in Jaisalmer.
Oh, thank you very much. So that's where ChatGPT can be useful. Starting to look a little bit more saturated down there. Beautiful day for flying there. It's been super calm, nice and clear. Bit of cloud here and there, but nothing we can't handle. A bit slower than... I suppose I did slow us down. We could be going faster than this. We're only doing 150 on the ground. Maybe we do better. That's a little bit more juice. We have actually slowed down quite a lot. I thought we were at like 140 earlier, but that was a bit Might as well pick it up a little bit. I'm enjoying this one though. Ooh, there's definitely a little bit of mist anyway. Low-lying cloud that we're heading into. Or just smog. Because we are coming into quite a big city, but that looks quite far. I mean, quite close. I think we'll have to pass that, and there's definitely a little bit of terrain that we're approaching as we move further inland. music there. Copyright free. Generic Indian dance music. It's definitely getting a little bit more humid out there. Let's check our pressure. Saying high fog conditions. It's interesting. 29. That's interesting. It is looking a little bit cloudy up ahead. VFR. What did I say? 29.3. Pretty sure that's what it was. Yeah. Might as well save that so long. Probably going to change by the time we get there, because usually when the weather's rough it tends to fluctuate more, and it's clearly a little bit rough there. What's the only 2 knots wind, scattered clouds, so it's just cloudy and relatively hot. Terrible visibility, 2 miles. Wonder why they're under IFR. It's about 3 o'clock local time. I'm guessing it's 9:30 now. I wonder if India's like a half hour out. 9:30 TC. Let's just ask Landon again what it is now. I forgot. It was 1:45, but I don't know when that was. Oh, we'll just look. So it was 14:51. How long ago was that? Assuming that was probably about 12 minutes. That was probably at 9:21. So that probably answers it, telling me right here. 5 hours and 30 minutes off TC. Okay, so it's not going to be dark anytime soon. Guess we'll just have to wait and see. I hope that's not smog. We still look like we're very rural at the moment, like we're way out there. We're definitely heading to a very large city again. I hope my computer copes. It seems to be doing pretty well today. It always struggles a little more when we get close to the cities. Far more to load. I could lower the settings, but I don't like to play with it. Currently 9:30 p.m. in New Zealand. 12 hours ahead of UTC. 9:35 to be exact. If you do happen to stumble across, drop us a like there and tell us where you're watching from, or what time, or why you were watching. Curious. I know I only have 11 subscribers, thank you all. But yeah, obviously would like to try and get some sort of theme going for what I'm doing. I do enjoy making these. I love watching them. Whoa, the clouds are getting insane. It snuck up on me. Can we get some weather on this thing? Doesn't look like we have weather on. Traffic, terrain. Back map options. I don't really know how to use this too much. I feel like usually when you hit that, it gives you more options. There's usually a weather option in there. System. Ooh. Anyway, there's clearly some weather that we're heading into. That's awesome. Already might get a little bit bumpy. So it might get a little bit bumpy in the next few minutes. Not sure what the proper practice is, if you should ease back a little bit or if you sort of power through rough weather. Sort of like a bumpy road theory, that the faster if you go fast over the bumps, it's sometimes a bit smoother than if you go really slowly and rock around. I don't know if the same rule applies in the sky. Presumably it's putting more stress on the aircraft, so you probably want to slow down a little bit if you're flying into like extreme wind. You've got a direct headwind, but it's only 5 knots, so that's not terrible. It does look like we might actually have to climb a little bit coming up ahead. Whoa! It's going to start raining on us, I think. Oh, here we go. Consumed. Goodbye, cruel world. And we are officially IFR. I hope it's not like this the rest of the way. Whoa, okay. Whoa, okay. We're going to have to climb. I don't think going below this is going to be a smart idea. So yeah, we might have to get a bit higher. Or just bounce around. There's a little gap. How high is this? It's not looking that high above us. Maybe we go to like 8,000. It's definitely looking like we're going to need to climb a little bit anyway. Whoa, yeah. We're getting thrown about. If we can get our mouse on our dials, get up to 8,000. Yes. 700 should be fine. Oh, we got heaps of speed to climb. I'm going to break out as we start climbing. There's a little bit up there, but the majority of it seems to be just in front of us, so if we can just get a little bit higher up, and then yeah, we'll be safe over that orange terrain that's creeping up on us. We can actually see it a bit more clearly now, so we've got a nice path in between. It'll definitely be high enough, none of that's particularly tall. I wonder if we need to request a IFR flight plan. It never suggested it. I mean, I did choose the long final. There's no. Hang on. What the hell's going on there? Okay, it doesn't actually have the... I saved the flight plan because I had to jump out and then I reloaded it, but it seems to have not loaded in my changes. Let's just add those in quickly. I just gave myself again a little bit more. That's like... that's a little bit of an extreme final. Let's actually just change our... yeah, approach. Well, let's look at the... oh, they only have VFR. I'm confused. Straight auto. Change procedure. Okay, we've got a long final now. It's looking better. I want to give us a couple markers because if the weather's that bad, I'd kind of like the plane to bring us in straight. Go back. There's really nothing pre-existing around us. So I'm just going to randomly choose that spot, add the flight plan as waypoint, and then we'll stick another one in about here, just before our long final. Stitch this all back up. It's actually got rid of the long final, but now that should line us straight up. It might just end here and fly us off straight, but either way, by then we should have spotted the runway and we'll pop the autopilot off. It's also put us on the slightly shorter runway. I suppose it's favorable for the weather. But there's no wind, so I'm not too stressed. As long as we can get it in sight within a mile. Which I think that's a mile out. I think your final's a mile out, I don't actually know. Still got a while to go though. I'm glad we had a look at all of that. Let's send that to avionics so we actually get back en route. That's going to put us back off, so let's swing that heading. It might pick it up from there. We're not that far off. Let's try nav. No. Okay. Heading select. Nav queued. 8,000 feet. Let's power up a little bit because we've... Oh, no, power down, sorry. Because we've made it up here. There, those... Oh, yellow. There's the mountains. Haven't quite loaded yet, so we'll give them a second. Okay, well over halfway. You can see like how different, like after those mountains, how the rain clearly hits this side and it never really makes it down here. It's much more dry. Well, I'm guessing, well, it's obvious that there's more water there, not to say they get no rain here, but it's clearly drier on this side of what must be a bit of a mountain ridge. Well, it is. We're busy flying over it. It's not huge though, but it's amazing the difference. As we fly over these mountains, I reckon it's going to go quite green and be a completely different landscape. And it's, I mean, it's a decent mountain. That's decent size. It's not a hill, but it's amazing how just that little interruption in the land can seemingly have such a difference. Intriguing, I say. There we go, back on route. cloudy out there. Getting quite close now. Miles. Probably start heading back down. There's a little bit of terrain below us now. We'll hang out here for another 20 miles or so. It's looking a little bit clearer. There's a lot of cloud. I'm assuming it's all low, and that's why it's on IFR. 46. You're looking alright. That's quite a high peak. It's definitely good that we climbed. In that back seat for a bit. Whoa, that's awesome. One of those, the turbines are actually there, or if it's just like a thing that the game adds just to give it a bit more detail, because they seem to be all over the place. I guess they are quite a few of them in real life, but they seem a bit random. Good spot for them though. Crazy, the land kind of just steps up. Not really just a mountain, it's just now that's the new ground level. That would probably more explain why the weather's so much different, or the terrain looks so much different. This whole end is just higher up. Or maybe it, oh no, it obviously has to drop back down to sea level. I shall find out soon. But I do think it's probably time to start descending. Aim for that little gap. Although we're definitely going to miss that little gap. Oh yeah, we can see it's greening out there a little bit, so yeah, let's go for 3,000. We'll slowly start coming down. that little patch over there looks a little bit gnarly. And 7,000 feet. Getting a little bouncy again. We're getting a little close to these peaks. That's awesome. There's like little islands in the middle of that. That would be such an awesome place to hike to. Like do a mad mission to the top of the mountain. Oh, whoa, it's huge. Yeah. Okay, it's not quite what I thought. I thought it was like a little lake. The wing was in the way. I thought it was this tiny little lake at the top of a mountain. It kind of still is, though. I mean, it'll still be a cool hike. It's my favorite little sneak peek. The ground, yeah, the view's always sort of, especially from there, like it's always loaded in really nicely. Bouncy, bouncy. But from now on, we're pretty much we'll follow that ridge like to the end of the mountain peaks, and then it seems to level out back to the ocean. We'll try to get a bit lower earlier so that we're below the cloud cover. Spot our runway. Jeepers creepers. Oh, sorry, that's the mountain. That's because we're low, yeah. So, what are we, where are we? Have we just gone below 5,000? So we were at 5,000 and yeah, I'm glad we climbed. Zoom that in. And I just wanted to check the weather. Oh, it's still the same. 25 miles out. Well, about 35. Actually, no, if that's 25 or 24, half of that's 12. So half of that again is about 6. So that's just less than 6, and then I'd say that's probably... Oh yeah, so that's less. Maybe that is a mile. That is probably a mile. Let's oscillate in that one. That's a pretty easy one. Find out the answer for, unless it's not standard. I feel like it will be. Is there a standard distance for the final when you're coming in on a landing? Is it a standard 1 mile out, or is it depend on the when flight sim 2024 and the EFB anyway, EBF or?
Good question. So traditionally in real-world aviation, a final approach is often standardized to about 1 mile out for visual approaches. In Flight Simulator 2024, though, you can actually customize or follow specific EFB guidance.
Okay, so we're going to assume that's a mile. miles. Has that given us a generic altitude? Yeah, it has actually 3.3. Well, 6 for the first one. And then 3.3, which to me seems like a lot of altitude to lose in a short distance. So we're already at 3. Ooh, and the rain has started. Ooh. Okay, now we see why we had an IFR. On the weather, it doesn't seem like I can really request. I must start looking at where our runway is. Whoa, it's getting bumpy. Don't think it'll show up yet. We're still quite far out. Oh yes, we can tune it in. I don't really know how to tune the radio in this aircraft though. I need to figure that out. We'll just keep doing this for now. Whoa, it's getting mad. I was not expecting this. Well, slightly after seeing the IFR and the weather, but like taking off how calm it was in Sri Lanka, and that's the place I was expecting it to be rainy. A little bit of blue sky. I reckon that's the last of it we'll see for a while. Okay, we're quite close to the ground, but now we're looking pretty safe for the rest. Of the way. We could sneak down to 2,000. Or we could fly around that a little to the left and then come in. We'll be fine. fine. There's still no wind. That's the main risk factor on the landings. I don't care if there's a bit of rain and electricity and even slightly bad visibility, as long as there's not too much wind. This is a beautiful place. I wonder what that is over there, like in real life, that it's weirdly like a patch. Yo, okay, this is that patch we're about to hit on the weather. We're definitely going to bounce about for a second. If we had seatbelt lights, this would be the time to turn them on. I don't think we do. It's my little sneak preview view. I love it. I can hear the thunder, I think. That was an epic one. Alrighty, not dangerous at all. Woohoo! Okay, this is going to be a slightly interesting landing now, I think. Because I don't think we're going to see anything coming all the way in. We've effectively given ourselves vectors, so we are kind of flying in on IFR anyway. But not according to the radio. I still haven't found our airport. There we go, Vonk. Boom. Select runway for landing. What was it? 35. Oh no. Whoa, 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 no. Ah.
Foxtrot uniform, Foxtrot 709er.
Shit.
15 miles east, 3000. Inbound to land. Runway tree 5, coaching.
Oops. Select the runway for landing. Where's 31? Oh, there it is. It's my bad. Select position. Sorry about that. Thank you, Virtual Tipple.
Foxtrot uniform, Foxtrot 709er. 14 miles east, 3000. Inbound to land. Runway tree 1, coaching.
5 miles east. I would have preferred to have landed on runway 35, to be honest, because it's longer, but this plane's tiny, so we don't need much more length. But it would have been nice to have the extra length, considering we might have to land touchdown quite late, considering we're not going to see anything. Just see the land down there. I might have to sneak down to 2000. Oh, we already zeroed that out, so all we gotta do is put BS on. A bit more thunder. Lightning. Very, very frightening. Oh, there we go. Clear patch. A Cleopatra. And another massive system up ahead. Whoops. Although we are going to take a left pretty soon. I mean a right, sorry. Away from that, which is on our left. Let's pop our landing lights on. Why the taxi's still on? On that final turn, let's also start losing. Whoa, massively reducing that speed a little bit, I think. And let's actually, oh yeah, we'll just continue. Let's get the nose down a little bit more. Because we will get below this quite nicely. I reckon we'll see the runway easy. Let's prepare for landing. Alrighty, yeah, we're gonna have good visual. Let's go nose up. Whoa, 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 1,000 feet, that's enough. Let's level her out there. Let's get some flaps out. Gear down. Final slight turn. By then I hope we'll see the runway and then uh-oh, power up, power up, power up. Whoopsie daisy. Okay, let's pay a little bit more attention to outside. Sort of flash. Hopefully we got some lighting at the runway. Okay, 500 feet for final, so we'll start dipping the nose the tiniest bit. So ease the power back a bit again. Start peeling those feetses off. Starting to see a little bit of feature. Let's get the nose up a little bit more. We're approaching 600. Still no sign of the runway, or no sign of any runway lights up ahead. Oh wait, maybe. No, we should be seeing red lights because we should be too low. Are we 800 or 600? 800 feet. Oh, whoa, 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 we're way too high. No lights. Okay, well, not way too high, but we're high. Autopilot off. There we go. Power back. Let's get our view sorted. What's up with the view? There we go. Okay, let's get some more flaps. Try and help kill that speed. That was a close one. That was nearly go-around territory. Straight over the motorway. Let's not knock any lampposts or trucks over. Coming in a little bit hot, but that's okay. Very long runway. Oh, it was a bit of a hard landing. Whoa, what a flash. That was awesome. Okay, a plane's probably going to need a looking at after that. What's going on up ahead? Is that just dodgy graphics? Yeah. Alrighty, we made it. That snuck up on us a little. I'll be honest. Is it hold short or just past the runway? I suppose just past the runway. Now it's taxi parking. Oh, now it's clear of runway.
Post
Oops.
Ross, Foxtrot Uniform, Foxtrot 709er is taxiing to parking Cochin.
I don't put those in the right order. Okay, I guess we're not getting a response. Those arrows are pointing in both directions. Where do they want me to go? Oh yes, that was actually... I remember. I did actually choose the parking down there. I assumed, even with that fast landing, I didn't think we would make it in here, because it looked like quite a short runway. Yeah, I hope no one's coming in. Oh yeah. Oh no. Oh no, okay. That's just weird. They're taking us down the runway. I don't know why they do that. Surely they wouldn't taxi you. Or maybe in this situation we have to, because there's no way, yeah, you can't really... Surely we could get through the back there and it would be safer to just make a taxiway. Oh, was it over there? Ah! No. It would be safer to have a taxiway than to have me taxi down the other runway. Yeah. Some large... Whoa, that is us. Oh, we've overshot it. Whoops. Paying heaps of attention here. We were doing so well until we landed. I'm overwhelmed by all the sights. Okay, there's our hold short. Now we'll probably get a word from the Spirit of Teppo. Although we've already requested our parking and he's already directing us in, so we can probably just head straight on over there. Where am I parking? Just straight in front of you. Thank you, madam. We made it. Okay, let's shut this bird down. Lights off. Peter, it's off. I'm not actually sure if we... That doesn't kill the engines, no. That does, though. Another successful landing. Oh, I didn't record it. Whoops. Oh well, we got the live footage. I'll sneak it out of there somehow. I always feel like I'm doing something wrong, because usually when you shut down the plane, they'd vanish. Instead, you just put our arms back up. This makes me think that I'm missing something. What if I go control, just do the control shift E? That's the full shutdown. I heard one other thing tick off. Oh, and it was my fuel. It automatically went down for me. Okay, so everything else was already off, so I've done everything right. I don't know why she's working her arms out. Anyway, let's have a quick look around. Get our honorary photo. Yeah, it's a cool looking place. Looks nice and tropical. Epic storm we just flew in through. Massive buildings. Well, a mass of buildings. Not so much massive buildings, but lots of them. strike our pose. Mission success. What's going on here? There we go. Uncrouch. Those are some cool looking skies. Sort of afternoon flight. Again, I much prefer to be in the early morning or have an evening flight, but that was still a bit of fun. Actually really enjoyed that one. That was really cool. So yeah, thank you for watching, if you did. Or if you do, if you made it this far, that's awesome. And yeah, next, well, I don't even know, there's no schedule. Next time we go live is when we will continue up along the coast of India. Let's have a quick look at our... Sneak that in quickly. 1 second, thank you. So yeah, I don't know where we'll go yet, probably to... Kozhiki Cody. I can't say. I'm so bad at English, let alone trying to read some of these words. Goa, that's an easy one. It's definitely on the destination. Pangaea. Or Panaji. See, I assumed I knew one there. That does look cool though. We'll definitely have to head there. But either way, we're going to head all the way along this coast. And then either maybe we'll do a jump to get a nice sea cruise, depending on what the weather's like. If it's a night flight, we might do it across the across the ocean by the time we get up here from Mumbai. Otherwise, we'll creep in here. Definitely going to go to Dubai, of course, and check out. That's just a cool place to fly. We'll probably try and avoid the main airports, just because the frame rate will struggle. But yeah, we've obviously got to fly along this coastline. This will probably be like the first destination on the whole journey where we have some like cool or man-made things to see anyway. We've seen some beautiful, epic, natural views along the way. But this, yeah. So, that's the direction we're heading, and then I don't know from there, we probably, if we're on a boat, we'd want to avoid Somalia. Again, it doesn't really matter, because we're obviously at no risk, so we could fly through Yemen, Saudi Arabia, we could go through the war zone, or we just try and avoid all of that entirely, and we'll just fly down here straight to Somalia, have a quick stop, hopefully not get too harassed, and then into Kenya, Tanzania, and then from there I'm going to stop following the coast. I'm going to cut through because I want to go to Zambia, Botswana. I'm really hoping the game's going to do some of the migrations in like the game reserves, and then we'll fly. I don't know, again, I'm getting way ahead of myself, but we'll work our way through South Africa back to Cape Town where I was born, and then probably up the west coast. And I'm super unfamiliar with the west coast. Like east coast is where like Durban and the, you spend, well, I'd say most of the, it's far more populated. Up along here is far more arid and like rugged coastlines, so it'll be cool to see that difference. We'll have to come down and do the coastline along the Western Cape. All things to come. That was leg 26. I think the YouTube is labeled at 27 because when I was flying with Trusty P there was an extra leg in there somewhere. I don't know, that's all confused. Still trying to decide if I'm going to start from scratch from Auckland and do a weekly one. But I'm enjoying this still, so we'll carry on for a little longer. See how far we get. Hopefully at least we'll get to Africa. Anyway, thanks for watching.